chairman of Libya's National Transitional Council says that his fighters are set to take Sirte and Beni Walid within days. Mustafa Abdel says the last two remaining strongholds of former Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi will fall by the end of the week. NTC fighters in Sirte say they've captured the hospital, the university, as well as a large conference complex in the city centre. And the NTC will only declare Libya free when Sirte falls, even though it's been 6 weeks since the fall of Tripoli. But they say they are delaying an assault on the main square, not to allow civilians to escape, and they've sustained casualties themselves. Reports of up to 23 of their fighters killed since the offensive began on Friday. Well, they've rounded up pro-Gaddafi fighters as they go, at least 12 at the hospital, and they said they were trying to evacuate the sick and the wounded. Well, as well as the offensive in Sirte, NTC troops are still fighting Gaddafi loyalists in Beni Walid. Troops say they've now taken the airport 7 kilometers outside of the town there. Let's get the very latest and bring in Aljazeera's Tony Birtley, who was among the NTC fighters in Sirte. Tony, so I know that you're seeing what's going on in Sirte firsthand. Just update us on the fight.
Yeah, it's right what you said before. They have taken the Ouagadougou Conference Centre, the university and the hospital. They are making progress slowly but surely, but there has been intense heavy fighting. This is the third day of that heavy fighting. We were with them as they were moving forward in an area which was basically the lead up to Gaddafi's compound. They now say they have something like 70% of Sirte under their control, but the remaining 30% poses a problem because this is going to entail street fighting, and we saw some of that begin today. They were inching forward and they were taking casualties. I'm about 10 kilometers away from where we were earlier on. There's a hospital here and that's filled with casualties. I think in the last 3 days of intensive fighting they've suffered more than 200 and wounded and 20 to 30 dead. So there is a price that's being paid for this, but they are, very strong in their will and determination. They believe that this is going to be over. They can see the end. But I have to say, Gaddafi's fighters, who are said to number about 2,000, are putting up very stiff resistance. They have a lot of ammunition. We had to run away very quickly because we told there's a counteroffensive. So they've got nowhere to run, and that means they are dangerous. It's not over yet.
Tony, I'm wondering about the NATO campaign in all of this. How much is it helping or enabling the NTC fighters to actually get into Sirte and go on with this fight?
Well, I think now we're in the situation where NATO can't help because it's now close order combat. They're into the streets now because NATO can't bomb these anymore. We can see around the damage that NATO has caused from the control and command structures that we've seen are totally destroyed and tanks that have been destroyed also. But now they're up close and personal. They're fighting street by street, and this is going to be make a major inroad to ending this war by taking Sirte. They say within the next few days, I don't know about that, 30% of Sirte remains in the hand of Gaddafi's troops, and they are fighting hard.
All right, Tony Birtley, live from Sirte. Thank you very much, Tony, for that update.